Okay, hole 13, par 5. Let the big dog eat. We get to have some fun. Matter of fact, we're having some fun here on this shoot. I hope you're enjoying this today. We're having a lot of fun. I was just laughing. We've got this old tripod we've had like for a decade. The thing's got like one leg that works on it, but my man Nick, give him a thumbs up. He's like super conservative and tight with our money. I love that about him. So we got it set up. Gage got it set up there for us. So we got number 13 here, par 5. All right. Hey, par 5s are about having some fun. All right, but like all shots, we've got to understand where's the trouble, therefore we can pick a good target. So in this particular shot right here, I've got definitely hazard on the left and I've got all kinds of room to the right. So once again, much like hole 11, I'm going to tee up on the side where most of the trouble is at. So I'm going to tee up on the left side of the tee box. Now by teeing up on the left side of the tee box, I can now shift my aim more to the right. If you aim up on the right side, now you're aiming actually more towards the hazard. We don't want to do that. So I'm going to tee it up pretty high. I got a good target. I'm going to actually take it a little right of that bunker because there's nothing over to the right. And the rough it's here, but it's not crazy. So I'm just going to hit it hard. I got a pine tree out there, a little right of the bunker. I'm going to hit it hard. I'm going to get it going down the right side. And with any luck, we might actually be knocking it on in 2. We'll see what happens. So here we go. Got a good target. Max vert driver down the right side. Okay, I'm going to take that. It's definitely a little bit in the right rough, but it's safe. And it's in a place that I can find it and hit it again. Okay, so this ball finished a little further right than I actually thought it was. Okay, on the cart path. So you can always hit it off the cart path, but I just spent a lot of money on my new clubs. I'm not hitting this thing off the cart path. All right, so I can take a drop. So you got to find the nearest spot no closer to the hole. So for me, obviously it's going to be to the right. So I go ahead and take my stance, and I should take my stance with the club that I'm going to actually use. So I've got a 7-iron right here. All right, so I get my feet all the way off the cart path. I put my 7-iron down. Now this is my particular spot. And from this spot right here, I can use any club I want. So I'm going to use my driver to measure my one club length away from that. So I go ahead and put a little tee down, and now all I got to do is drop the ball anywhere within this area right here, and I'm back in play. So I'm going to go ahead and drop her down. Okay, the ball is now in play. So let's talk a little bit about this shot right here. I got a couple different options. It is a par 5, all right? So I could kind of try to go through the gap here, all right, which would be a shot if you don't have a lot of club head speed and you can't get height to the golf ball. But I've got a decent lie. I've got my 7-iron, and I'm just going to go right up and over the tree. So all I'm trying to do here, since it's a par 5, is just get this ball back into play. So one option is to kind of punch out with like a 4-iron, but then I've got to actually carry that bunker. And the last place I want to end up in is that fairway bunker. So I'm going 7-iron. I'm just going to get it up over there, try to get it back in the middle of the fairway, and see if I can hit a wedge onto the green. So here we go. I'm going to open the face just a tad to give it a little bit more loft. Okay, man, that felt really good and solid. Wow, and it even got further down there. It's back in the fairway. So the lesson there is when you get into trouble, get out of trouble. Don't go for miracle shots. Take your medicine, get the ball back into play, and get moving forward. All right, so this is the benefit of being conservative, good target, good strategy. I got the ball back in the fairway, back in play. I got a wide open shot, par 5. I can still make a birdie on this hole. All right, so a couple things I'm going to navigate. I got about 120 to the middle of the green, pins in the back, blue flag, pins in the back, so I'm adding about 8 yards to that. So I got about, 132 to 135, give or take a little bit. Ball's a little bit above my feet. So I'm going with a pitching wedge here because I want to make a little bit of a smoother swing because the lie is a little bit different. Now because the ball is a little bit almost like above my feet but sloping down and to the left, I'm going to move the ball back in the stance a little bit, and I'm going to give it just a little bit of forward shaft lean to help navigate that lie. Now I also want to be aware, because it's slightly downhill, the ball is going to come out a little bit lower than normal. And because it's also working a little bit to my left, the shot generally will tend to draw a little bit. So downhill and to the left is going to be a little lower ball flight with a little bit of a draw. So I just got to pick out a target. Once again, that gives me some good margin for error. So I've got a house in the background. I'm going to take it off the very right edge of the house, pitching wedge, choking down a little bit, ball back, little forward shaft lean. Let's see if we can capitalize on this opportunity. Here we go. Okay, solid. Got a little bit out in front of it. Okay, definitely a little short. Not my best shot on that, I'm not gonna lie. A little short to the right. I gotta get to work now on the putting. But hey, I got the ball back into play. I had a wide open shot into the green. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this down in 2. All right, so I definitely didn't get my PhD on this one. I don't even think I got my GED on this one. I don't know if I graduated high school. This is so far short. It was online, but this is terrible. But hey, this is golf. I don't care if you're a professional or an amateur, this is golf. Golf is not this stuff we see on TV or ESPN on the highlights. Perfect shot, perfect shot. It's about navigating what you got. So I got a long putt here, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and mark it. And once again, I'm gonna walk it off. I'm focusing on distance. This is the key right now. I've gotta get my distance down. If I can get this down in 2, all right, I'm gonna run to the next hole because I did not hit a very good drive. I hit a good second shot, made a good strategic decision, got it back in the fairway, hit a terrible wedge shot, but if I can 2-putt this thing and make a 5, I feel like I've actually accomplished something. So here we go. It's definitely uphill. I've done my read. I'm ready to go. I got a good target. My whole focus right now is on good distance control and getting this so I can tap it in and get to the next hole. Okay, I'm gonna take that. That's right in the range that I can make this putt. I've got still a little bit of work to do, but I got a chance. All right, now, this is golf. This hole right here is golf. I got that down into, this is why lag putting, chipping is so important. Poor drive, good second shot, terrible wedge shot, but a great lag, and I still made a 5. All right, I was hoping for the birdie, but I made a 5. This is why lag putting and chipping is so important when it comes to improving your scores. Now, good news is we got back-to-back par 5s. Let's head to the next hole.